How you going? I'm Adam.
Hi, I'm Matt, and together we're your partner team.
Matt and I manage all of Hasura's partners, both our tech partners like excellent database ISVs and Snowflake, CockroachDB, Yugabyte, MariaDB, and many more like the Postgres ecosystem players in Ivan, Crunchy, and others, as well as all of our cloud partners, AWS and GCP, as well as the very exciting announcement of Hasura Cloud on Azure coming out of HasuraCon this week. But we also manage our channel partners, which includes traditional resellers, as well as some of the premier development and design agencies and systems integrators on the planet. This talk will really be geared towards our channel ecosystem. Aside from the fact that Hasura was born while our co-founders, Rajoshi and Tanmai, were running their own development agency, we know that agencies are fantastic because you take ideas and turn them into reality. Revenue generating, business impacting realities. Hasura is excellent at accelerating and streamlining product development for agencies. The relationship is symbiotic. But development agencies turn a customer's project and requirements into a set of platforms and tools that will help them bring this project to life. That's where Hasura comes in. You then turn that set of tools and platforms where Hasura lives into a fully functioning digital product. Shout out to one of our SEs, Adam Malone, for this simple banking app demonstration built on Hasura. Dev agencies are the lifeblood of custom software development and the expansion of development into every organization of every size. And we are proud to work with some of the premier agencies on the planet, like AKQA, on their customer projects. So why do we love SIs? One thing I want to clarify is often we can oversimplify what a Hasura deployment looks like in a lot of our literature. We come at things sometimes from a greenfield perspective. Data consumers, Hasura, data. That simple. But it's typically not so simple and greenfield in a real enterprise deployment. Matt is going to go through what a typical enterprise deployment looks like for Hasura and all of the tools that enterprise customers typically need to plug in to get fully productive with the Hasura platform. Matt, take it away.
In enterprise deployments, we're not managing integrations with a single data source. We're managing multiple data sources which often vary in their form factor. It's not uncommon for customers to have 5 or more fully independent Postgres databases sitting behind a single Hasura GraphQL API. We'll often see data stored in legacy databases like SQL Server and Oracle, in addition to more modern data sources like MongoDB. We're also seeing an uptick in customers leveraging Hasura to query long-term data in OLAP data stores and cloud warehouses. In addition to providing a GraphQL API for databases, it's equally important to treat any existing RESTful interfaces, whether they are custom-built or third-party services like Salesforce, as data sources and be able to federate data access under a common GraphQL interface. As the number of data sources in the data fabric sitting behind Hasura increases, so does the complexity of management and deployment of the solution. This just covers the data providers. What I'm about to speak to next are additional key areas where our partners can provide a lot of value to our mutual customers. In non-Hasura cloud deployments, you need to manage the underlying infrastructure, which can be anything from bare metal servers and virtual machines to Kubernetes clusters, as Hasura is a cloud-native application run as a container. In addition, Hasura needs to be deployed behind a load balancer and/or ingress controller depending on the customer's stack and environment. Things like high availability, load balancing, and basic authentication are typically maintained and configured at this layer. Speaking of authentication, it's absolutely critical that Hasura be integrated with an identity provider or providers to take advantage of Hasura's fine-grained JSON Web Token-based authorization controls. For complex use cases, it's sometimes necessary to bring in external business logic to perform tasks like advanced data transformations, custom authentication callouts, and any other custom use cases to extend Hasura's capabilities. And of course, you can't deploy to production without having integration points into a customer's APM stack that will often vary broadly by vendor and the technologies deployed. And finally, it's essential that Hasura be wrapped in a CI/CD workflow for complete end-to-end automation of all data source additions and changes as they progress through different stages of a pipeline. This is something that Hasura does very well with its CLI tool and metadata tracking, and this will be further improved upon with the release of Hasura v3. All of these points of entry empower our SI partners to provide a templated and repeatable integrated Hasura experience that can coexist with our customers' existing tooling. While Hasura has a team of experts ready to provide assistance on complex implementations, we do have a ceiling on how much we can reasonably scale and how many third-party integrations we have in-depth knowledge of. With all these different points of integration, it's our team of partners and SIs around the world that will help us reach global scale and unleash the true potential of Hasura by enabling our customers to accelerate their productivity and bring their solutions to market quicker in a repeatable, automated manner. Now let me hand it back over to you, Adam, to wrap things up.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate that, man. Hasura really is a platform partners can build an entire business on. A business that is repeatable, impactful, and definitely in demand. This is not a single industry set of problems that we're solving. This is across many different industries. Data mesh and development standardization initiatives are kicking off and maturing right now, where Hasura sits at the core. And this is happening at Fortune 500 organizations in financial services, healthcare, manufacturing, consumer products and goods, government, you name it. Developer data access is a global problem that all organizations are solving for now. We are a remote-first company headquartered in San Francisco, so you can build your business anywhere in the world. Our sales and customer success team is now located in 17 global locations and counting, which surprised me when I went and built this map, all across North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific. We can support partners looking to scale a business on Hasura from virtually anywhere. A little bit about the program. So, a few things that we can provide, right? Partner onboarding, enablement resources, and training supported in collaboration with the already mentioned excellent and globally distributed sales and customer success engineering teams. We will provide access to Hasura Cloud and Hasura Enterprise for partners looking to do their own development work and customer demonstrations on Hasura to bring Hasura to market anywhere in the globe. We offer competitive incentives, both margins, traditional resale margins, and commissions for referrals. So many of our partners are not traditional resale partners, as we've already mentioned. They're development agencies, they're consulting firms. We definitely want to make sure that we don't just have enterprise reseller partners. We also support our development and design agency partners. Joint go-to-market resources. We will absolutely be scaling this in the coming months as the team grows. That includes co-marketing events, in-person or virtual, Hasura swag for your customer base, and jointly developed content that we can work on specific to your region and what's most relevant about Hasura there. And coming soon, things we're really excited about in the coming months, building our first certification program, which we know is going to be critical to our partner ecosystem. Workshops, quarterly product roadmap reviews with partners, specifically, so that we can be a little bit more open because we already have privacy agreements in place. We really appreciate everyone joining us today.
Certainly feel free to email us with any questions, and we will be available at the Hasura booth immediately following this session for a live Q&A. Simply click on the pop-up link below, and that will take you to the Q&A session. Thank you very much for joining, and hope to see you there.
Thanks so much.